Hey guys, my name is JessiMew, and welcome back to Cattails. In the last episode, all of our kittens finally opened their eyes. Of course, it would be Finch and Starling, the two lazy brothers who were the last ones to wake up. But now that everybody is awake, oh my goodness, Raven is out exploring, Piper is investigating all of her gifts. Hello, little one. Hi. I talk, but just a little. Oh, Piper is so shy and she is so cute. And she really seems to like that crow. Maybe that means that she'll enjoy that gift after all. We have learned that Piper seems to enjoy the doves that we gave her before. So one of you mentioned that she might actually like the crows too. She always talks about hiding away in the darkness of her little nest. So let's see what she thinks of the crow. Whoa, I like. Okay, Piper. That's good to know. We'll keep that in mind. And then we know that she loves the shells too, and hopefully that'll be enough to bring our friendship level up with our kitten. Unfortunately not. We haven't raised any of those yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing what happens when we do. I also completely forgot to call Molby in the last episode, so I made sure to use all of our mews to build an extra room, somewhere that hopefully our little kittens can play. But how are you doing today, Raven? Hopefully you're having fun exploring the den. Story time, story time. Oh, Raven, we don't exactly have time for that today because we have to go out to the spring festival soon. So instead, let's just fill her up with her breakfast. We know that she loves the rabbits. We know that she loves the squirrels that we've been bringing home lately. But I also wanted to try the marigold because I figured for such a spirited cat, she's probably going to need some herbs to keep her healed. Whoa, this for me? I like. Okay, Raven, we know to bring you some marigolds in the future then. So for Finch, we know that he likes the berries. We'll definitely give him some of those. Then I wanted to try some other alternative items to eat. Since he didn't seem too impressed by the rabbits or the doves, I thought we would try the licorice roots and then the toads too. Which seems a little bit strange, but we've spent so much time hunting in the Mystic Colony lately that we do actually have quite a few toads and frogs to spare. So we'll start with the easy gift, the one that we know that you really enjoy. Then let's see if he likes the licorice roots, just like Ember actually, who also seems to enjoy the alternative foods of the forest. Wow, me want to play with it. Okay, Finch, always playing with your food. And then how about toads? I'm a little bit worried about this one. Me like gift. Okay, so he seems to enjoy the toads. Some cats don't like eating frogs or toads, so it was a little bit out there. What you up to? Well, Finch, pretty soon we're going to be leaving, so we can hopefully bring home a brand new friend for you guys to play with. Now, last but not least, little Starling, who loves to sing all the time. Sing with me. I sing about pretty butterflies. Oh, well, pretty soon we're going to be able to bring you home some lovely butterflies. I bet he'll love those too. He loves the flowers, of course, all different types of flowers. And I wanted to see if maybe he would enjoy the berries as well. Since he seems a little bit more artistic, I thought maybe he could use this as a paint maybe, because I have a feeling that's exactly what Finch is using it for. Thanks, me play with it. Yep, that is exactly what Starling is going to do all day long while we're hard at work at the Spring Festival. So I'm not going to bore you guys with another Spring Festival. I know we've been there quite a few times already. We've already played the Flower Frenzy game many times before. So I'll just speed through it and try to get as many tokens as possible so we can hopefully buy the ladybug that should be waiting inside Coco's shop. There's tons of bunnies out here today too. They all must be foraging after that gigantic rainstorm that we had the day before. And I did notice a couple of ladybugs flying around as well, so we'll have to see if we can scoop those up too. Since we are bringing home a true ladybug to fly around our den, we might as well make sure that we have a couple extra to spare for Mare. That makes me wonder if maybe Finch would enjoy the ladybugs too, since he does seem to, oh, Leo. Oh dear, Leo is actually putting on this festival. Are you here for the festival? We're still setting up. Come back at 11 a.m. Yeah, we are a little bit early. Okay. I didn't know that he actually participated in setting up certain festivals. Oh, that's interesting. I think it was Alyssa who set up the fall festival. So maybe that means Leo won't be sending his cats out to attack us today. We can only hope, because lately he's really been ambushing poor Penny Cat in the worst of ways, trying to sneak into the territory and steal our kittens when nobody is around. So if he's hard at work here, maybe that means he won't try to bother us. But I'm going to get to work on the Flower Frenzy Festival, and then I'll see you guys as soon as I'm done. Alright, there we go. 3 perfect rounds means that we have 14 tokens to spend now. So I think we can definitely spare some to introduce a brand new friend to our family. So there should be a pet ladybug that we can buy. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Mare is probably going to be super jealous once he sees our brand new ladybug. Let's go ahead and bring everybody out to enjoy the festival. There we go. The pet parade is now officially in business. 4 pets following Penny all around the forest. Yeah, I think she's going to draw a little bit of attention. Maybe we'll want to make sure that we drop off a couple of them with Missy before we leave for the day. But as far as our ladybug's name goes, I figured we would call her Ruby, since we've been going with the gemstone theme, and she has those lovely red wings, of course. So let's go introduce you to our kittens. Unfortunately, Scout is still at the festival. Oh my gosh, they're all sleeping soundly inside their little nests. Well, I guess that means that you can't say hello today, Ruby. But we can drop off a couple of little extra morsels, so our kittens will have more gifts to wake up to in the morning. Yeah, let's actually try to give Finch one of these little ladybugs, just to see what he thinks. But I wouldn't worry too much either way, Ruby, because I'm sure little Finch is going to love you. Yeah, I feel like Mare is probably going to have the most influence on Finch in the future. They do both remind me of each other, and that's not to say that I think Mare is particularly lazy, but I do think that after all of his duties are done, he does prefer to just kind of kick back and relax inside the colony. You don't often see him nosing around too much outside. And hello, little guys! Oh, everybody's awake again. And it's very interesting that it's always Piper and Raven who are outside of their nests. It seems like Finch, of course, would prefer to just curl up inside here. What you up to? Well, Finch, we do have some interesting little gifts. And we have a brand new face for you to meet as well. Somebody who I'm sure is really going to love to join you on your adventures. But here's some raspberries first. We know that you love those, and you would love them for breakfast too. And then how about a red ladybug? Oh, for me? Okay, I think that's actually what he said for the doves and the rabbits. So maybe he's not too happy to see like a ladybug that's not flying around the den anymore, if you know what I mean. So Starling, we have some valerian to offer up to you. And then we have that fresh snake lily too. And you guys have actually mentioned that the quiet cats seem to enjoy the snake lilies as gifts. So I am quite curious to see if Piper would like the snake lily. I mean, it's not really the best gift to give to a kitten. It is a poison. So Piper is going to have to be very careful with this. Whoa, I like. Okay, interesting, Piper. I wonder what she's going to do with all of those. I mean, in the future, that would definitely help her defend herself, because she doesn't seem like much of a fighter to me. So if she needs to get herself out of any sticky situations, the snake lily would definitely be able to take care of that for her. Raven, on the other hand, is the complete opposite. I can see her getting into lots and lots of scraps in her time, and she'll have no trouble weaseling her way out. That's why we'll be keeping our eyes open for some fresh herbs to bring back to you today. And hello, Scout. We missed you yesterday. I really lucked out, Penny. You're the best. All right, Scout, we can take a hint. We'll go down to our lovely little bunny box and bring you some gifts too. Yeah, we'll keep an eye out for the marigolds. We know that quite a few of our kittens seem to enjoy those, and we do need to replenish our stock over here too. I need to try to remember exactly where all of these bunnies and birds are. We'll go ahead and leave an extra one next to Scout. That way we'll have something to give him bright and early in the morning tomorrow. But you can eat one of them for now. Bunnies are actually pretty easy for us to find in the summertime anyway, so I bet summer will be one of Raven's favorite seasons. Oh my gosh, all of these pets. We're going to have to go talk to Missy first today. We need to drop off some of our little friends with you, Missy. I think we should probably take Ruby around the forest with us today, just to get her familiar with her surroundings, of course, and so we can learn a little bit more about her too. Amethyst the butterfly was particularly lucky. Oh my gosh, and Missy's giving us a topaz. Very, very interesting. We've actually gotten one of these from her before, which we figured was more to catch Sarge's eye. But we might actually sell that off at Ember's shop, because I'm curious how many mews we can get for the gemstones. You are amazing, Penny. Thank you so much, Sarge. That's always nice to hear from you. Oh, and the butterflies. We have to catch these things. Even if Starling doesn't end up liking the butterflies, we can always bring them straight over to Lyris, who we know absolutely adores them. Good to see you, Penny. Here to chat for a bit? I've got time for you. Glad it's finally warmed up a bit. Seems more and more cats are getting sick when it's cold out. I'm just happy to know that everyone looks to be doing a-okay. Oh, Doc is always looking out for all of the cats of the forest. And Ember, we have plenty of things to fill your pockets with. So yeah, let's see how much we can actually sell these topaz gems for. Oh, 2 mews. Okay. Well, I mean, the topaz gems were really, really plentiful down in the mines, so I can kind of understand that, but that is definitely a disappointment. I think we could probably sell the bass for much, much more. Our trout, our mice, even the mouse is worth more than the topaz? Okay, Ember, I see how it is. Well, I guess the topaz is more of a decorative item, and the mouse you can actually eat, so that does make sense. We have to stay realistic here. The cats need to eat their breakfast more than they need special gems in their den. Hey Penny, what's the worst kind of cat? Oh no, Ember, more cat puns. I know that my kittens are absolutely going to love those jokes, so you'll have to try it on them as soon as we can bring them outside the den. And I have a feeling that's actually going to be pretty soon. But we'll stop you, Mare, before you go off patrolling the borders. I got you this toad as a present. Oh, Mare, did you hear that Finch actually loves toads? Very interesting. Well, we'll have to give him that once we come back for the day. And we'll just stop by Lyris's den and say hi to him too. Offer him up that lovely first butterfly of the season. He seems to be much, much happier now that he has had his fill of catnip too. Hey Penny, I found this licorice root and immediately thought of you. Here you go, take it with you. Oh, excellent. Another gift for Finch, actually. All right, so Finch is going to have quite the surprise in store once we come back later tonight. But we have a little bit of work to do first, so I hope you're prepared for the job, Ruby. We're going to go back up to the pathway that we've made by the Highlands, where it seems we spend so much of our time just trying to keep the cats away from our borders. We're going to have to go closer to the mountain domain this time, because the Mystic Colony has taken over the quarry again. It's pretty clear that they just want to have the quarry under their control, so I think for now, we'll let them use that area to their advantage. We are part of an alliance with the Mystic Colony now, so we have to give them a little bit of room to keep their cats satisfied too. Let's just scoop up all of these bunnies though. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is exactly why I think summer is going to be Raven's favorite season, because she has plenty of prey to catch. She has little butterflies to scoop out of the sky, and it's nice and warm so she doesn't have to worry about freezing out in the snow. I wonder which one of them is going to enjoy winter the most. Maybe Starling, because it's such a beautiful season. though he might enjoy the fall time too for that reason. The world always seems so quiet and still when it's snowing outside, so I suppose it could always end up being Piper's favorite season. She didn't show too much interest in the fish anyway, so she probably wouldn't mind that she couldn't go fishing in the river since they're frozen over. The one downside is that she wouldn't be able to collect her plants, like her snake lilies, since she really seemed to enjoy those. But I bet she's going to be more interested in... Hello? Oh, that's the Mystic Colony. Okay, that's why he's not attacking us. Can we actually talk to their cats, I wonder? We'll have to see once we find another mystic cat to speak to. But yeah, I feel like Piper's probably going to have a little garden inside her den anyway, where she can take care of all of her plants. But we'll go ahead and use our lavender on these areas to take them over and rebuild our pathway. And here's another mystic cat, but it doesn't look like we can talk to him like the cats from our colony. I'm just happy that he's a friendly face today. It's always nice to have a few more cats on our side. We'll go ahead and use the rest of our lavender over on this tile. Hopefully that'll be enough to take it over. And then we can instead use our, oh my gosh, diplomacy skills on the tile above us. But first, Penny, this is your moment to shine. If there was ever a time where you had to catch a bird, it would be right now. Yes! There we go! Oh my gosh, we actually caught a bluejay. We just saw a bluejay not too long ago, actually right around here. It was very close to the quarry, I believe, because we were still making our pathway at the time. Oh, very interesting. So I guess this is actually a really good area to catch rare birds. And now the question is, which of our kittens would appreciate the rare bird the most? We know that Piper really enjoys the birds in general, so I'm sure she would love to munch on a little bluejay too. But we've given her so many gifts recently, I feel like we need to spoil one of the other kittens instead. Maybe it'll have to be Raven this time, so she can start sampling all of the rare prey of the forest. I feel like that would probably be one of her goals, to catch as many rare birds as she possibly can. Rare birds, rare bunnies, rare bugs. And that was interesting. It seems like the mountain cats have definitely noticed us poking around their territory. We are taking control over some of their tiles, so it does make sense. And in fact, let's go ahead and use our lavender to chip away at the Highland corner even more. We'll go ahead and munch on... I suppose we could probably spare one of the bunnies. It's not Penny's favorite food, but we have so many inside our inventory, we might as well pick those first. Now I hope our kittens aren't asleep by now. Has Scout perhaps put them to bed? Or are they still playing around the nursery? Oh, Finch and Starling are getting a little bit more brave now. That's good to see. They must have been inspired by watching Piper and Raven. But Raven, we have the most lovely gift for you. I really hope you're going to like this. And hopefully we haven't given her too many gifts today. There we go. Whoa, this for me? I like. All right, Raven, if that doesn't inspire her to become a master hunter like her mother, then I don't know what will. But Finch, we actually have quite a few gifts for you from the forest colony. We have a brand new little toad, and then we have the licorice root too. And again, I hope I didn't give him too many gifts today. No, I don't need another gift. Oh, he is so polite. That was absolutely adorable. Well, we'll save this over here for you tomorrow then, Finch. And we'll give us Starling some more of his lovely flowers instead. Let's try out one of those butterflies too. We'll see if he likes the azure butterfly, I guess. The lovely little blue one that we left right by his nest. Thanks, me play with it. So I guess we're going to have to replace that one every now and then. If he's using it as a play toy rather than in any of his artistic projects, then I bet it's going to get beat up quite quickly. But our room should probably be ready tomorrow. So why don't we go ahead and enjoy another day in the summer in Cattails? Since we did kind of speed through the last day of spring, I think we have time for one more day. So let's see, has Mulby finished our extra room? I think he actually has. Is it by any chance connected to the nursery too? Oh, it makes us a giant loop now. That is adorable. So now we just need one more room to balance out the entire den. The one that'll be right over here connected to our garden as well. And then we will officially have the largest den that Penny can manage in the game. So we'll need to increase our Mew supply again. And it is the perfect time to do so with so much prey in the forest. So while we don't really have too much new and special to offer up you little kittens today, I'm sure you guys are looking forward to investigating the new room. We'll fill Finch up with all of these lovely licorice roots. We really need to increase our berry supply too. Penny really loves to munch on those when she's out and about in the world. And we can't have Finch eating all of our food too. Oh, you know what we could do is kind of personalize these two rooms. Even though we don't have this one just yet, this could be for us Starling and Finch to play in. So we could fill it with butterflies and flowers, and then little berries and maybe some toads and frogs for Finch. And then over on this side, we could fill it with shells and snake lilies, all different types of prey, little treasures that we find around the forest. Oh, that would be fun. Like special little rooms for them to enjoy just for themselves. Because while they do have their nests, they're all kind of sharing the nursery with their father too. Oh my gosh, and Scout, I almost forgot to give you your special bunny today. Here you go. I know you've been waiting for this all day long. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do. As soon as we have the right den upgrade, we'll get to work decorating. So let me know if you guys have any ideas as far as what we should put inside and how we should personalize these rooms for each of our kittens. It's gone hot lately, hasn't it? I keep dipping my paws into the stream to cool down. Not that I'm complaining. Summer and all its warmth are welcomed by me. Yeah, Ember does appreciate the warmer weather more than the cold. It's nice to know that he can just come over here and dip his feet into Mare's stream, Mare's little moat. I guess he doesn't mind too much. The forest comes alive in these hot months. Can you feel the energy in the trees? The streams are singing with life and the flowers dance under the sun. Probably just from Mother Nature, of course, but maybe the Forest Guardian has a little bit to do with it as well. I'm sure the Forest Guardian is still watching after us, making sure that we can collect plenty of herbs and prey to keep our kittens healthy. And Missy, thank you for watching after all of our pets. I'm sure you're going to enjoy getting to know Ruby too, but we would like to take her out one more time today. She did help us find that bluejay the other day, so who knows? Maybe she has a little bit more luck on her side as well. Oh, and thank you for the valerian, Sarge. We can take that back to our kittens too, because so many of our kittens seem to enjoy different types of herbs. So let's see what the battles are looking like today. Okay, we have somebody trying to take over our pathway again. Oh, that's probably the Mystic Colony. Well, we are going to have to get involved with that battle. We can't let them push too deep into our pathway, even though we have an alliance. I'm sure this is one of the terms that Penny and Alyssa have talked about. As long as they leave the Highlands alone, so we can pass it down to our kittens in the future, then we'll let them keep guarding the quarry for themselves. And we'll just stick to the quarry that we have up by the mountains. I just want to swing down by the beach to see if we can pick up any special shells though. I'm still keeping my eyes out for the conch shells that we found before, because I absolutely know that Piper would love a little conch shell to keep by her nest. Then we can kind of wrap our way around up through the Mystic Colony territory, since we know that they won't be battling us, as long as our reputation hasn't decreased. Yeah, we should be fine. And hello, Ash. We're finally seeing some of our own cats out here to talk to. Our defenses are strong, so don't worry too much about the other colonies. Alright, good to know. Though all the way down here, I would be very, very surprised if we saw any of the mountain cats. They would have to sneak a very far way into our borders to get all the way down to the beach. I guess that means that the mountain colony has never really seen the ocean before. Or if they have, it hasn't been for quite a while, because we've had this place under our control for a long time now. It makes me feel kind of bad for cats like Pebble, who seemed a little bit tired of the same old stuff inside the mountain domain. And Robin too, who is always trying to convince Leo to be kind. I wish there was a way that we could bring some of those trusted cats down here ourselves, just to give them a taste of something that they don't often get to see. I mean, granted, they do have all of the water up there anyway. The streams and the rivers, the waterfall inside their own territory. So it's not like they're missing out on too much. But the beach is just such a unique area in itself that I know some of their cats would enjoy it. And if Piper were to potentially take on a colony of her own too, then I'll bet she would go straight for the beach. She would want to stay where she can collect all of her shells, and where she could potentially pick up many snake lilies too, since it is so close to the swamps. Hers would have to be a peaceful colony, one more focused around their diplomacy skills maybe and their foraging. Different alternative ways of increasing their territory, not so much tearing into the other colonies through battles and territory skirmishes, but by spreading lavender around their borders, and by making friends with the other leaders. We'll have to see if it's a task that she finds herself ready to accomplish, and I'm sure we'll know for ourselves as soon as we can take our kittens out on big adventures. We don't have much room left in our pockets though. I'm trying to pick up all of these herbs by leaving our golden seals behind, so we can use the lavender up by the highlands instead. Then we should be able to come back and pick up all of those herbs later. Or for that matter, we can leave them behind as little gifts to future Pennycat. When she finds herself in need of some extra healing, she'll have little gifts dotted around the forest for herself. But our battle is right off to the right now. So let's go ahead and see, yep, if it's the Mystic Colony. So this is probably not going to do us many favors as far as our alliance is concerned, but we have to keep these cats out of our territory. And luckily, our cats are very, very well trained. Thank you very much, Cupcake. Please let me know if you spot anything scary where you're going. That way I can stay a safe distance away. Alright, so I think Cupcake has had enough of fighting for one day, and you can't really blame them. So with all of that lavender, and with a little bit of extra help from our diplomacy skills, we're doing a pretty good job making our pathway much, much wider than it was before. So next time, even if there is a battle somewhere on our borders, we shouldn't have to worry about our kittens losing their way to their new home. And now that we're in the summer season, we should be seeing our kittens starting to grow up very soon. I believe it takes about another season from the time that they open their eyes to when they'll be ready to join us on little adventures. And I am so excited to see how that's going to go. It's going to be a lot of fun, but I'm sure a little bit worrying for Scout and for Penny, because that means that our kittens are getting to the point where they might want to carve out their own name in the world. And they might find themselves in a little bit of danger because of it. So we'll have to train them well and make sure they know all the ways of the forest before they head out on their own. But for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys!